Week 21, Friends Around the World. Crochet Along is working on the friendship square this round. Taking your starting color, we will start with the magic ring, or you could chain 4 and join to the first chain to form a ring. You can make the magic ring. We're going to work 8 half double crochet into the ring. So I close my magic circle with the chain 1, and then we work 8 half double crochet into the ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then we can close the magic ring, join with the slip stitch to our starting half double crochet to complete round 1. Round 2, I'm going to be changing colors as it states in the written pattern. The color placement is entirely up to your discretion. If you are continuing with the same color, you will need to slip stitch into the next working stitch and chain up to the height we're using. We are going to join our new color in any stitch with a starting puff. So we join with a slip stitch. Then for the starting puff, we just pull that loop up a little bit higher to the height we want for our stitches. So for the puff stitch, we'll yarn over, insert hook in that same stitch to pull up a loop, 3 loops on hook, yarn over, insert and pull up a loop, 5 loops on our hook, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop for 7 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 7 loops, and chain 1 to close. And that chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch. So then we will make a chain 1 between our puff stitches, and we'll make a puff stitch in each of the stitches around. So yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert, pull up another loop, yarn over, insert, and pull up a last loop for 7 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 7, chain 1 to close, and then make another chain 1 before we work our next puff stitch. So you can continue to work in each of the half double crochet around for a total of 8 puff stitches with chain 1 in between. So I've worked my 8th puff stitch and closed with the chain 1. Remember to make 1 more chain, and then we can join to our starting puff stitch with a slip stitch to fasten off round 2. For round 3, we will join in any of the chain 1 spaces with a single crochet, single crochet in the same space, chain 1, and 2 more single crochet in that same space. We'll work that sequence in every chain space around. So 2 single crochet, chain 1, and 2 more single crochet in each of those chain spaces. So once you've worked your way around with the 2 single crochet, chain 1, 2 single crochet in each space, we can go ahead and join to our starting single crochet to fasten off the round. So there should be a total of 8 chain 1 spaces and then the 32 single crochet. So for round 4, we are going to be working into the eye of the puff stitches from round 2. So if you see the puff stitch here, you can see a little bit of a space, a little hole up at the top. That's called the eye of the puff. That's created when we closed with the chain 1. So we're going to be working some of our stitches into the eye of each of the puff. So we're going to start with a half double crochet. So you yarn over, insert into that puff, and pull up a loop, and we want to pull it up to the row we're working on, so we call this a long half double crochet as we pull up that loop higher. Yarn over and pull through the 3 loops to complete our standing long half double crochet in the eye of a puff stitch. So in the next chain space from round 3, so that one in between the sets of 2 single crochet, we will work 5 half double crochet. So we find that chain 1 space in between our single crochets and work 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 half double crochet into that chain 1 between the single crochets. And then we'll make another long half double crochet in the next eye of the next puff. Pull that loop up for our half double crochet, and then 5 halves in that chain 1 space between the single crochet. 1, 2, oops, 3, 4, and 5. So you continue to work those long half double crochet followed by the 5 half double crochets, and I will see you back here at the end of this round. So when we've worked around the circle, we should have 8 groups of 5 half double crochet for a total of 40 half doubles, plus 8 of these long half double crochet in between. We can go ahead and join to that first standing long half double crochet to complete round 4. You can see how we've made a lovely little flower now. So we have those 8 petals. Round 5. For each of our stitches in round 5, we will be working in the back loop only. So just a reminder, you can see how the top of the stitch almost forms a sideways V. We're just working into that back loop of each of the stitches around. So in any of these groups of 5 half double crochet, we want to find the 3rd or the middle one to start there, and we will start with making a standing single crochet, back loop only, of the middle half double crochet. If you wish, when you're using the back loops, to work under the 3rd loop that you can find on the back, it helps to secure a bit. That's up to you. So we've started with a standing single crochet. We will work a half double crochet, remember back loop only, and then double crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3 double crochets. And a half double in the next, which should bring us to the 3rd half double crochet of the next group of 5, and we'll just complete that sequence around. So single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet in the next 3, 1 and 2 and 3, followed by 1 more half double crochet, and we'll continue that, working our way around. So I'm just completing my final repeat here with the last half double crochet. And there should be a total of 8 back loop singles, 16 back loop half double crochet, and 24 of the back loop double crochet. And when that is complete, join to our starting single crochet to finish round 5. Round 6, we will be making V-stitches around and creating corners to turn our flower into a square. So we want to start in any of the back loop single crochets that are in the middle of that group of 5 half double crochet petal, and working through both loops again this round. We will make our starting V-stitch. So a V-stitch is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So for our starting one in that single crochet, we make a standing double. If you prefer, you can join in chain 3. Then remember to make 1 extra chain, so chain 1 before we make another double crochet in the same stitch, and that's our starting V-stitch. To make a corner, we're going to chain 1 and make another V-stitch in that same stitch. So we'll double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So all in that starting stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet for a V-stitch, chain 1, and then another V-stitch. So to make the sides, we will skip 2 stitches and make a V-stitch in the next stitch. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the same stitch for our V-stitch, and we'll do that twice more. So skip 2, V-stitch in the next, skip 2, V-stitch in the next stitch, okay, so we made our corner, and then we should have 3 V-stitches. We'll skip 2 more stitches, and then we're ready to make a next corner, which should be in a single crochet again. So V-stitch, chain 1, and V-stitch in that same stitch to make our second corner. So you can continue to work your way around with the 3 V-stitches in between our corners, and remembering to skip 2 in between. So when you have completed around the circle, you should have 4 corners that have the 2 V-stitches with the chain 1 and 3 V-stitches in between. You can go ahead and join to our starting V-stitch to fasten off round 6. Round 7, we will join in any of the corner stitches, so that's that chain 1 space between the 2 V-stitches in the corner. We'll join with a standing double crochet and make another double crochet, so 2 double crochet, chain 1, and 2 double crochet in that same corner space, 1, 2, to make our new corner. Into this first V-stitch, we are going to make another puff stitch. So remember to yarn over, insert, pull up a loop. 2 more times, yarn over, insert, and pull up a loop until we have a total of 7 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through all loops, and chain 1 to close. And then in each of these skipped stitches from the previous round, we will make 2 long double crochet. So again, it's just a yarn over, insert into that loop, pull the loop up to the height we're working on, and complete a double crochet. Okay, so then even in the V-stitches, we'll do those puff stitches, 2 and 3, yarn over, pull through, and then the long double crochet. And I think my first ones I pulled the loop a little bit too far. I want to tighten that up just a bit on my long double crochet. Okay, so we'll continue to work down the side with our puff stitches. 1, 2, and 3. chain 1, and then working the long double crochet, and then one more, oops, another puff stitch, two more long double crochet in those skipped stitches, which should bring us to our corner. So we'll make a puff stitch in that first V stitch, 2 and 3, and then in that corner chain 1 we will work our new corner of 2 double crochet, chain 1, and 2 more double crochet in that same corner space. So you can go ahead and work down the remaining sides. So we'll have the puff stitches in each of the V stitches, and then those 2 long double crochet on either side of the puff stitches. So when you've worked your way around around round 7, there should be 5 puff stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 along each side, with groups of 2 long double crochet in between, so 4 long double crochet, and then our corners of 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 corner, 2 double crochet in that corner. So if that's correct, you can go ahead and join to our starting double crochet in the corner and fasten off. Round 8, we will join in any of the chain 1 corner spaces, starting with a half double crochet in that corner, and we'll make 1 more half double crochet, chain 1, and then we'll make 2 more half double crochet in the same corner space for our new corner. So 2 halves, chain 1, 2 half double crochet. We're going to skip the first stitch, which is slightly hidden by our new corner, and then we will half double crochet in the next stitch. And then we want to make a half double crochet 2 together, working on either side of this puff stitch. So we yarn over, insert in the space past the double crochet and before the puff, and pull up a loop, yarn over, insert on the other side of the puff in that space before the next double crochet, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all loops for our half double crochet 2 together. So the pattern calls this first step the first leg, and then the second leg on the either side of the puff stitch. Then we will work a half double crochet in these next 2 stitches, those long double crochets. So 1, 2 half double crochet, and then again around the puff stitch we'll work that half double crochet 2 together. So yarn over, insert in the space before the puff to pull up a loop, yarn over, insert in the space just past the puff to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all loops. Half double crochet in the next 2 long doubles, and then the half double crochet 2 together. Half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, half double crochet 2 together. Half double crochet the next 2 stitches, and 1 more half double crochet 2 together. And we will half double crochet in this next stitch, and we will skip this last double crochet before the corner and work our new corner of 2 half double crochet in that corner space, chain 1, and 2 more half double crochet. So we'll continue to work down each side, remembering to skip that first stitch and the last stitch of the round, working half double crochets into the double crochets, and then those half double crochet 2 together on either side of the puff stitch. So when you've worked your way around, there should be 5 of those half double crochet 2 together on each side around those puff stitches, and then a total of 10 half double crochet on the side, plus our corner of 2 halves, chain 1, 2 half double crochet. Then you can go ahead and join to our starting half double crochet to finish off round 8. For round 9, we're going to join in our corner space again. We'll make 2 single crochet, chain 1, and 2 more single crochet in that same corner space for our new corner. Then we will skip this first stitch, which is hidden anyways by the corner, and we will work back loop only single crochets down the side. So we want 18 of these back loop only single crochet. So 1, 2, 3 I have, 4, 16, 5, 17, and 18, which should be in that last stitch before the corner. And then we'll go ahead with our next corner. In that chain 1 space, we will work 2 single crochet, chain 1, 2 single crochet. So we should end with 18 back loop single crochet on each side with the 2 single crochet, chain 1, 2 single crochet in each corner. So go ahead and join to our starting single crochet to fasten off round 9. Round 10, we will join in any of the corner spaces where we will single crochet 2 times, so 1 single, 2 single, then we'll chain 2 and 2 single crochet in that same corner space for our new corner. We'll skip the first stitch or that hidden stitch. We'll single crochet in the next stitch, and then in this next stitch we're going to make a bead stitch. So it's fairly simple. You just insert your hook, pull up a loop, then we yarn over and pull through just that first loop, yarn over again and pull through that first loop. So it's sort of like making 2 chain stitches while we keep this other loop on the hook. Then we yarn over and pull through both loops, and then we make a single crochet in the next stitch again. You can see how it makes a little bobble or sort of pushes to the front a little bit. So we did that single crochet and then bead stitch in the next. So pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 1, then yarn over, pull through 2. And we'll keep alternating along the side, single crochet, and bead stitch in the next. Single crochet and bead stitch in the next. Okay, so you will have a total of 10 bead stitches down the side. And then after the 10th bead stitch, you'll make 1 more single crochet. So I'll see you down at the end of this side by the next one. I finished my last bead stitch and ready to single crochet in the last stitch just before the corner, and we'll make those 2 single crochet in that corner space, chain 2, and 2 more single crochet. Okay, remember to skip the hidden stitch as you start the next side, and we'll alternate between single crochet, bead stitch for 10 times, and ending each side with a single crochet before the corner as well. Okay, so if the baubles don't quite stick out, you can push them to the front with your finger. So each side should have a total of those 10 bead stitches, 11 single crochet, and then the 2 single crochet chain 2 in each corner. You could go ahead and join to our starting single crochet to finish off the round. Round 11 is very similar to the previous round of round 10. We're going to join in the corner space for our single crochet, and we'll just do 1 single crochet this time, chain 2 and single crochet in that same space for our new corner. We'll skip the first stitch and then single crochet in the next stitch, and we'll make bead stitches again in the next stitch. And single crochet in the bead stitch from last round, and then bead stitch in the single crochet. Single crochet, bead stitch. Okay, so we're doing bead stitches the same as we did last round, but you can see how they alternate with the bead stitch from the previous round. As you can work your way down the side, there will be 11 bead stitches and single crochet in past the 11th one. We will also be skipping the last single crochet on the side too. So you can work your way down this first side, and I'll show you the next corner. So I've worked my 11 bead stitches across the side. I will put a single crochet in the next stitch, and then we skip the last single crochet of the side and work our corner of 1 single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Okay, then we'll skip the next stitch and ready to start alternating our single crochet bead stitches down each side. So each side should have a total of 12 single crochet and 11 bead stitches, with the corners single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So you can go ahead and join to our starting single crochet to fasten off round 11. Round 12 is straight single crochet on each side. So in the corner we will join with a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and then this time we want to work that first stitch, so don't skip that first stitch, and then we'll just work single crochet in each of the 25 stitches down the side, and our corner single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. So you can go ahead and complete this round. So round 12 complete with 25 single crochets on each side and the single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in each corner. So make sure you fasten that off to our starting single crochet. Round 13, we'll join in any corner, chain 2 space again, and we will work 2 single crochet, chain 2 and 2 more single crochet into that corner space. Then we're going to skip the hidden stitch, or the next stitch we skip. We work a single crochet into the next. And then this next single crochet here, instead of working into the single crochet, we're going to work into the same stitch from round 11. So into that same base and make a long single crochet. So kind of in front of that single crochet, but in the same space. So double crochet in the next stitch, and then a long double crochet in that following stitch, but the row below, into the base of it. We'll do that 4 times. So single crochet, then the long double crochet going down into the stitch of round 11, double crochet, and long double crochet in that next stitch from round 11. Okay, and we'll repeat that a total of 6 times. So I've done 2 repeats. We need 4 more this side, and I'll see you back at the next corner. Okay, so I've worked my 6 repeats of the single crochet, long double, double crochet, long double. And just before my last corner here, I'm going to put a single crochet in the next stitch, and then we'll skip the last single crochet of the side and ready to work our corner of the 2 single crochet, chain 2, and 2 single crochet. So then we can repeat that sequence along each of the sides, remembering to skip the hidden stitch, starting with the single crochet, then long double into round 11, double crochet in the next stitch, and long double. Okay, so on each side we skip the hidden stitch and we skip the last stitch of the round, and placing a single crochet after our final 6th repeat. So I'll see you back at the end of the round to check our stitch counts. So I'm finishing up my 4th side here. We should have a total of 12 long double crochets and 6 of the double crochet. We need 7 single crochets, so I'm placing my final single crochet in that second to last stitch, skipping the last stitch, and then ready to join to our starting stitch to fasten off the round. Each corner should have those 2 single crochet, chain 2, 2 single crochet. Round 14 will begin in any chain 2 corner space again, working 2 half double crochet, 1 and 2, chain 2, and 2 more half double crochet in that same corner space. Then we're going to be working a series of back loop only stitches across the sides. We will work into the hidden stitch this first time, so be careful to grab that first stitch. So we're going to start with a back loop single. Then we will do a back loop half and a back loop double. Back loop half and a back loop single. So the single crochet should be on top of a double crochet, and our back loop double crochet should be on top of a single crochet, and then as we work down the sides, the half double crochets will be in those long double crochet. So we have a long double crochet next, so we start our series of back loop half, then a back loop double into the single crochet, another back loop half into that long double, and then a back loop single crochet in the double crochet. So we'll repeat those 4 back loop stitches for a total of 7 times. So I've finished my 7 repeats of those 4 back loop stitches, which the last back loop single crochet should be in the final single crochet just before the corner space. So then we can go ahead and make our next corner of 2 half double crochet, chain 2, and 2 more half double crochet in that same corner space. I'm ready to start our next side, so just remember at the start of the side we start with a back loop single in that first stitch, and then we start our series of 4 stitches with the back loop half, back loop double, back loop half, back loop single. Okay, so continue to work your way around all 4 sides, and I'll meet you back here at the end. So at the end of round 14, there should be 8 back loop singles, 7 back loop doubles, and 14 of those back loop half double crochet. In the corner then will be the 2 halves, chain 2, 2 half double crochet. So if that is correct, you can go ahead and join to the first stitch, and fasten off. For round 15, we will join in any of the chain 2 corner spaces, and we'll start with our double crochet, chain 2, and then double crochet in that same corner space. Then we're going to be working 8 cross stitches down the sides. So for the cross stitch, we skip a stitch and then work in the next 3 double crochet. To start the side, we're going to skip the hidden stitch. That doesn't count as our first skip stitch. So the next stitch we skip, and then we work 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. And then working back into that skip stitch, so not the hidden stitch, but the other skip stitch, we'll insert our hook, grab the loop, and extend it for that long double crochet, finish the double crochet, and then when we pull our work flat, you can see how this last double crochet has crossed in front of those other 3 double crochet to make a cross stitch. So then we skip a stitch. Be careful, we've already worked into this stitch. That double crochet is pulled over, so don't work into that same stitch. Skip the next stitch and then make 3 double crochet, 2 and 3. Okay, and then yarn over and then insert hook in that skipped stitch. Pull that loop longer, finish the double crochet, and our second cross stitch completed. Okay, if they're pulling a little bit, just pull that first loop a little bit longer so it doesn't pull them too tightly as you work your way down. So we should have 8 cross stitches down the side. I'll meet you back at the next corner. Okay, so I'm working on my 8th cross stitch on the first side. So you will notice when we've made those 3 double crochet, the last double crochet is in the last stitch of the side. So then again, we'll work our way back into that skip stitch to pull that loop through and finish the crossed double crochet. And then ready to work our corner of double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. And then we're ready to work 8 more cross stitch down the next side, remembering that we don't count this hidden stitch. Our first skip stitch is the next stitch, and then the 3 double crochet. So you can work your way around. I'll meet you back at the end of this round. Okay, so as you've worked your way around, we have those 8 cross stitches along each side with the corner of double crochet, chain 2 double crochet, and each side skips that hidden stitch. So you can go ahead and join to your starting double crochet, and that completes this round. Round 16, we will again join in any of the corner spaces with a half double crochet, chain 2, and half double crochet in the same space. We'll skip this first stitch and half double crochet in the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. So those 4 stitches should be the 3 double crochet plus the long double for that crossed part. And then we're going to work in the space between the 2 cross stitches, and we're going to make a puff stitch. So yarn over, pull up your loop 3 times, and yarn over, pull through all loops, close with the chain 1. Okay, so I want to skip the next stitch, so be careful that you count this first double crochet. It may be slightly hidden by the puff stitch. We're going to skip that one and then half double crochet in the next 3. So that's the second and third double crochet of our cross stitch plus the long double crochet that makes the cross. So we half double crochet in those 3 stitches and work a puff in the space in between. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop 3 times, yarn over, pull through all loops, and chain 1 to close. Skip that first stitch, and then half double crochet the next 3, and ready to puff in the next space in between. So as we work our way along the side, we should have 7 of these puff stitches with those 3 half double crochet in between. I'll meet you back before the next corner at the end of this side. So I worked my way down the first side. You can see how I have the 7 puff stitches. I've finished that 7th repeat with my 3 half double crochet, and then we want to make a half double crochet in the last stitch of the side before our corner, and ready to work our next corner of half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet. So each side will have the 4 half double crochet at either end, and then in between the puff stitches are the 3 half double crochet. And just remember when we go to work down the next side that we skip that first stitch, the hidden stitch, and half double crochet in the first 4 stitches, or in the 4 stitches of that first cross stitch, before working our puff in the space in between. So you can go ahead and complete all of the sides, and I'll meet you back here at the end of this round. So when you've worked your way around the square for round 16, you should have those 7 puff stitches, as I mentioned, a total of 26 half double crochet on each side, and then the half double crochet, chain 2 in the quarter. So you can go ahead and join to that first half double crochet to fasten off this round. Round 17, our final round of our friendship square. We will join in any of our chain 2 corner spaces with a single crochet and another single crochet, so 2 single crochet, chain 2, 2 single crochet to start our final round. We'll skip the first stitch or the hidden stitch and work a single crochet in each of the stitches along the side. When we get to the puff stitch, just be careful to work in the top of the puff stitch, not that eye or that chain 1 close. And then you miss that chain 1 and work into the next half double crochet. And you can work your way down the side, and I'll meet you back at the end. When you have completed all 4 sides, you should have 34 single crochet between the corners with the 2 single crochet, chain 2, 2 single crochet in each corner. If your count is off, just be careful that you have skipped the hidden stitch or that first stitch, or that you didn't accidentally work into the chain 1 part of a puff stitch. So well done, another beautiful square completed.